welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a piece of advice for young interns who are still in school and they dream of leaving school and working in the lab. If you're going to school, probably because maybe you want to teach later on, or maybe you want to do business later on, it is fine. But then, if you have plans on working in the lab, then please take serious note of these few points. Now, when you go for clinical internship, please do well to observe and ask questions. Most often, the students that come for internship that I've seen them when they come for internship, probably they're just observing, taking notes, and you hardly hear a student asking you, sir, but why are we doing this? Or why is it not done this way? When you ask why is it done like this, you have to respond. And why is it not done this way? Sometimes it gives you a better understanding of why that procedure is being done like that. And most often, students shy away from asking questions. I know some senior staffs are really stern, some of them are furious, um, some of them they just have a way that they do their things. But then I encourage you to ask questions, to ask many questions as possible. And also, sometimes it's the way you ask questions. Like I remember a student asked me like 20 questions within 30 minutes. And mind you, I have files to attend to, I have samples to process and analyze, and if I have to do all of that and answer you, it's going to be cumbersome. So you have to be very strategic. You know when to ask your questions. Sometimes the way you ask your questions sometimes makes maybe senior staff not to answer, or maybe they are not to answer. So yes, ask your questions, but then know when to ask your questions. If you come in the morning, probably when maybe you just clean the lab and you organize your benches, everything is set for work to come, and probably you have no patience. Yes, you can ask your questions. So probably later during the day, when you know that there is little work and you've not had a busy shift, yes, you can go into that kind of discussion with the senior staff based on what you've been observing, based on what you've been observing. Why am I saying so? Yes, in school, you have notes, probably that are explaining, maybe believe will be metabolism, this one, this process, these processes. And when you come to the lab, probably you see most lab technicians or most laboratory scientists making shortcuts. And sometimes it is confusing. You know that this has to be done before this one. You have to wash cells before you do this. And then probably the lab scientist maybe skips maybe 2 or 3 steps and goes into another phase, and you are completely lost and you are just there observing. Trust me, when you leave school and you have to practice, you have to start, maybe you go and apply for a job and you're taking, it will be difficult for you to practice, or maybe it will be difficult for you to work, because you have a lot of things that are being missing out, that probably you never ask why. And probably if you had asked why, maybe that procedure was skipped, he's going to tell you, he or she's going to tell you, okay, I did it because of this, I did it because of this, I did it because of this. And so you know the process now fully. And also, secondly, when you go for your clinical internship, please do not admire the shortcuts. That senior laboratory scientist or that senior laboratory technician is doing that shortcut because he or she knows why he or she is doing that. Just imagine you copying that lab scientist when you don't know the rationale behind his or her method. Tomorrow you make a fool of yourself in front of a very vibrant or maybe a very smart student who asks you questions when he or she has maybe read, or maybe he or she knows about maybe that laboratory test procedure, or maybe the principles, and then he or she is asking you, so madam, why this and that, and then you cannot explain it. So please don't make yourself so stupid. Ask questions and do not copy shortcuts. Ask questions on time, know when to ask your questions, and do not copy shortcuts. Even if you're copying shortcuts, you should know why that senior laboratory staff is doing so that you don't get yourself messed up. And also, the last thing, please take as much time as you can to know why results are being reported in a particular way or in a particular manner. Most often, you go to maybe lab A, they have a way that they report, maybe the way they have the way they report their HIV results, or maybe the way they report their CRP or whatever test. And you go to other labs, they have different ways of reporting results, maybe even cultural results. You should know why results are being reported that way in that lab, so that when you leave that lab and you go somewhere else, you will not say that no, this is how results have to be reported. If it is not reported this way, then it is wrong. No, each laboratory has a way that they report their results, and you have to know why they are reporting their results that way. So these are three tips that I have for interns when they go for internship, so that you get yourself acquainted to lab management. It just bit by bit, bit by bit, and when you start working, you will not go through all of this stress of understanding workflow in your lab, how to prioritize work, maybe how to report these, and of course you already have the basics within you. So do your best, and I wish you best of luck as you work in your clinical practice.